So Neil, after this morning's session, we actually didn't have a chance to address all of the questions that were posted by the participants at AM Live. So I'm wondering if we could just quickly cover off a couple now. Would that be okay?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay, so the first one from Harry is how important is it to digitize the documentation processes that exist in dealerships?
Thanks, Julian. Yeah, I mean, that is a brilliant question. How important is this whole digitization process to dealerships? And I mean, a couple of considerations here. First of all, dealerships exist. You know, they're already working. They already have processes in place. So we're talking about refining processes and improving them. And, you know, if somebody asked me 12 months ago, how important is this? I would have said very important. You know, it's really if you don't have these efficient processes, then there are things you're missing out on in terms of improving your customer service, and you're probably leaving some money on the table somewhere. 12 months down the line, with everything we've seen in 2020, then actually I would say it's essential, you know, to be a digital business now, and that's for lots of reasons. But just picking up some of the obvious ones. Being resilient, being able to move work around efficiently as you need to do, because a piece of paper is in one place. A digital document is wherever it needs to be virtually. So there's so many advantages there in terms of looking after your staff. You know, people can work from home much more efficiently. Dealing with, you know, you're going to get absences. And actually being able to pool work together so that different people can do that, all of which makes it a frictionless experience then for the customer. There aren't holdups because of things going wrong in the background due to a piece of paper being in one place. And we've seen some really direct evidence of that from our customers over the last 12 months.
Yes, I'd agree with that. I've spoken to a few of them myself and have submitted some case studies which participants of AM Live can access from our stand, but also from our website following this event. Thank you. The second question that I'd like to put to you that we didn't have a chance to address earlier today, Neil, is that some dealerships may feel they are already doing this. By that I mean digitizing documentation processes. For example, sending out PDFs, asking customers to print, sign, scan and email back. What's wrong with this approach is the question.
Okay, it's an approach and it's a step on your journey to being a digital business, and it's better than paper, let's be sure. You know, and lots of people have adopted the stopgap of, you know, let's scan something in, email it to somebody, get the customer to do something. It is a stopgap option. I'll be very honest about that, but it's not having it systemized and managed. So if we think about, you know, I want a customer to sign an order, so I'm going to generate a PDF document, email it to them. I'm going to ask that customer to do something like print it out on their home printer, sign it, scan it back in and send it back. And certainly from my own experience, transferring to home working of late, when somebody sends you that document and asks you to print it and do something with it, it's a pain in the neck, because although I've got a home printer and it can do some scanning, it's really a clunky process for me, particularly if it's a bigger document and you're scanning one page at once on a typical home printer. So there's some customer issues there. Also, though, emailing stuff around has the same problem that you get with paper. It's in one place, it's in somebody's inbox, it's not visible. So actually you can get bottlenecks, somebody's away, somebody's not working, it's in their inbox, you've got no visibility of it. If you go to the next level, though, of having a digital system to manage that process flow, game changer, because actually you're doing it digitally, but you're managing it digitally as well and making information available to who needs it. So you have workflows with lists of work to do. You can enable the customer to do digital signature processes, so they don't have to print it out, scan it back in and send it back to you, but they can do that in a digital signature tool, which is secure, it's traceable, but also it's much easier for the customer. It's a much better customer experience. So whilst people, yes, are doing the scan and route around in email because they have to cope with the situation that we've been in this last 12 months, that's a step, and it's not true digital working in my mind.
Okay. Yeah, just a reminder to everyone that you can see some dealership perspectives on the sort of benefits that Neil has described from our website, or you could visit our stand in Hall 2, and we're at stand 2. Thanks for your time, Neil.
Thanks, Julia.